welcome to True Heel Heat.
What's up, True Heel Heat? True Heel Heat. What's up? True Heel Heat. All hands on me. This is the knockout artist, Chris Hero. And if you're looking for some true heel heat, you better listen to them boys. Hello everyone, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley wishing a nice day to everyone there, right there at True Heel Heat. Yeah!
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Romeo's Twitter for Rated Raw Review, episode 71, Truth and Consequences, reviewing last night's June 9th, 2025 edition of Monday Night Raw as only we can. And to do that, I am joined by my good brothers. First up, we got the face and the ace of the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, the main man himself, Mr. Romeo Anthony Colon. He only took 1 week off, so I'm proud of him. How you doing, Romeo?
Yeah, but now I've worked 2 shows in like 3 days. So that's too much. Too much.
Oh, now this.
I'm gonna have to need 2
guy.
weeks off now.
Oh, Jesus. This guy. This guy and his long ass breaks. He's like the employee that always takes smoke breaks. How you doing, Romeo?
More like bathroom breaks.
Oh,
Doing
that's
good.
Fair. That's fair.
What's up?
And what were you gonna say?
Nah, just what's up.
And of course, we have our resident true heel alcoholic himself, Top Guy JJ. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. Otherwise, it's kind of shitty outside, but we doing good. We doing good. It's good to see you, sir. I feel like I haven't seen you in like 2 months.
What up, bro? Yeah, it's been a while.
I like the shirt, man.
Yeah, man. Watch me.
Oh, I was like, I see the L and the V. I was like, what is that? It's for his your princess.
It's for his new boo.
Whoa.
Because the old boo's washed.
Whoa.
Because he gotta look for oil change.
Whoa. Just wait till that draft, buddy. Wait till that draft. He's lucky we don't review SmackDown.
He's like, you just wait. She's coming back.
Watch. They'll trade Liv for her too. Watch Liv go to SmackDown. Lose one.
Of course, that's what they always do. They love playing with your emotions.
Yep. Watch, man.
But yes,
here first.
There you go. You heard it from the one and only Mr. Romeo Anthony Colon. But yes, we appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on this video. You can share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And of course, you can sound off in the live chat. If you're watching us on demand, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about last night's Monday Night Raw. But if you're with us live, we'll try to highlight as many of your comments as possible. But of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel in the best way possible, you can do so with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support. It goes a long way to keep the channel moving and growing, as we always love to do. So we always appreciate that. We got G Loke in the chat. Haven't seen G in the chat in a few weeks. Good to see you. He says, what it do at THH? Man, just hearing about R-Truth. Why am I so late? So guys, smash that like and catch me up to speed. That's what we're here to do. And of course, we got I Make Beats in the chat who's saying Ron Killings promo of the year. Top Guy JJ, me and Romeo, we talked in depth about the Ron Killings return, Ron R-Truth Killings making his return to WWE at Money in the Bank. What did you think about the big return at the end of Saturday's show?
I love that WWE wrote their wrong, but I hate what Triple H said. It was amazing to see. And it's okay to say that we didn't make the greatest decision and we listened to our fans. You got to find a way to say it was a work and it was a part of the show. And you just try to take away the power of the people and what the people did to influence that return. Because ain't nobody doing the same thing for Carlito. Ain't nobody doing the same thing for Carlito. So I think people are not okay with Carlito being gone, but not as mad about R-Truth. And my God, like that man got the biggest pop of his life on Saturday night. That shit was great. That shit was great coming out. Yeah. And it just like fit of coming out with Black Scully and all of that shit. Like that shit. Yeah. It was really good, man. Like I really enjoyed it. And the fact that the like, was it 2 weeks? About 2 weeks of the constant "We want truth chants.
One week. He came back a week later.
Yeah, it felt like 2, but yeah, it was 1 week. But you know, I think it was just really, really profound. And I think all of the comments from his peers had a little bit of influence as well, along with all of the fans, because nobody I saw tweeted at Carlito when he departed. All the tweets were at truth. All the tweets were at truth killings. And I love that they actually didn't just become stubborn and say that this is our decision and we're sticking to it. That they reverted and they went back to it, and it took a personal call from Nick Khan for it to happen, instead of some WWE reps and just say, hey, Jason, call Ron and just see if he wants to come back. Nah, he wanted that shit to mean something. He wanted it to mean something, and I like the terms of how he returned too, because I think he wanted to return different. I think, and I just love how it's like they really worked all of what he was gonna do through that negotiation, and they just said, "Go with it, go ahead," and that takes trust. But if you know Ron Killings, you gonna get a treat. Because if you saw anything from that man in TNA in, what was it, 2001, 2002, boy, we in for something good. I would just hope, and just from the sound of his voice, he still has it. Obviously, he's not going to be as smooth and swift in the ring, but we weren't complaining about having our truth matches. We were complaining about not having him on TV.
Yeah.
So great move by them to bring the man back, and he much deservingly deserved it, because we went into detail about the lack of respect of his departure, but this was the ultimate show of respect in bringing him back, and especially at a PLE.
Yeah. It was basically like R-Truth scored the touchdown, and instead of him doing the touchdown dance, Triple H decided to do the touchdown dance and got a flag for it.
It just left such a bad taste in my mouth about what Triple H said, man. Like, are you enjoying the show? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Because your show was mid at best, first of all, nigga. Like, and then you wanna take credit for this. Like, it's like he wanted to take credit for this. And I thought that was fucking shameful. Like,
yeah.
No, this had nothing to do with you, bro. You didn't make this decision. Everybody but you made this decision.
Yeah, and I know there was a few people, when me and Romeo, we talked about it in depth on the Money in the Bank review, and then everything that I heard from the the news rundown, whether it be from Fightful, Wrestling Observer, and what I heard from people on that have sources on the inside. No, we were absolutely right, Romeo, to talk about it as long as we did, because the locker room and everybody else were a little bit peeved. That was the only kind of black cloud on what would have otherwise been a great night for WWE. And me and you, JJ, we always get on Romeo for kind of leaning towards pro WWE, when Romeo was one of the people that was just like, why did Triple H say that? Like, he was even critical of Triple H saying that. That's when I knew. I was like, no, this was something. This was an error on his part.
It's a glaring what the fuck moment. Like, we get that everybody's human, bro. Nobody's gonna be perfect. No one's perfect. So no one's expecting perfection. But there is an expectation of owning up to a bad decision. And a bad decision was something that a man on your television screen, every time he came on TV, was uberly popular. Anytime he put out any type of replicated merchandise, it sold. There was nothing he did wrong. And he wasn't taking up a lot of your TV time. He's only predominantly on one television show. He's not bouncing back between Raw and SmackDown. So he's getting these minute spots. What the fuck? And I'm sitting here looking at, and I don't care if it comes off as disrespectful, but I'm coming over and I'm seeing somebody like motherfucking Akira Tozawa on my TV every fucking week. And no one gives a flying fuck that he's on my.
Why does Akira Tozawa always catch strays on our streams?
No one cares or wants him on their TV. So, someone that we appreciated and someone that every single time that man came on television and made us laugh to a degree at something he did, every time Akira Tozawa ends up on your television, you got up and you went to fucking go take a piss or get something to drink or roll up a blunt.
I feel like Akira Tozawa and Zoe Starks are like some of the most slander-filled people that we get on. And it's never from me or Romeo. It's always
it's because that motherfucker's on TV almost every single week. Like, there would be periods where Zoe Stark would not be on TV for like a month. She'd be off TV for like 6 weeks. This motherfucker finds a way on TV almost every week. That's one of the happiest things I've seen motherfucking Rusev do is eliminate that shit. Like, stop it. Yo, I swear to God, I will take a 3-month retirement from this shit if someone here defends Akira fucking Tozawa, bro. Like, I'm no one wants it. No one wants it.
You won't hear it from me, guys. You won't hear it from me.
Fuck out of here with this shit.
I just need the right context, and maybe I can give it a try.
You gotta think, and you gotta find the right ammunition to defend this guy. You don't have to think about that with truth. You don't at all.
Yeah. No.
It's not like I'm naming like 10, 20 people. Like, the fuck? What are we doing?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Valib said Paul had an easy fucking layup and still couldn't get his head out of his ass. Yep. Or his foot out of his mouth. Like, yeah. We do have a super chat donation to start us off right here. Thank you so much, LeVay, for the super chat donation. He says, smoking on that R-Truth pack, rolling up some killings. What do you think, like, before we get into like the show overall, Romeo, what do you think should be like the direction for Ron R-Truth killings now that they've made this change to his name, his presentation, and after the promo from last night? Where do you think this whole story is going to go with him?
I think it's his chance to be, have a serious run and, less comedy and more in-ring wrestling and winning a little singles title, probably not a world title. I don't think we're going that far, but yeah, one last run for him. I don't know how long the deal is. I think it's multi-years. So yeah, one last run before he really just goes out on his own terms, and it could be, could be a little weird, a little strange with him on the mic because he was very aggressive. Like, he didn't sound like he's like full baby face that we know from before. It sounded like he had a lot of edge to him.
Yeah, I think that's something that I think we gonna have to tap into when we get into that promo. But be anti-hero. Be an anti-hero. That's just don't cave into. He did his part as soon as he started talking. Everything else, enjoy Ron Killings.
Yeah. We got Myron Kidd who says Ron Killings, with all due respect to AJ Styles, basically build TNA on his back. Okay. I'm all for complimenting R. Killings. You went a little too far there.
Over. Like, you see how we appropriately overglaze Stephanie Vaquer in certain weeks? This is an overglaze to the extreme.
This is an overdue sir,
With all
because
due-
you
with
with
all
all
due
you also you should have just said if you're going to stand 10 toes down on it, adding the with all due respect
Yeah,
to AJ
you didn't have
Styles,
to- have
you're
to go
reminding
into
us of the person who
speech.
actually built it.
That's when you know when you're typing it, you're like, I know AJ Styles is a part of this, but I'm still gonna overcompensate with our truth with what Ron Killer's contributed to it. Nah, like
I had to mention it.
AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Ron Killings, and for fuck's sakes, whoever is a Jeff Jarrett fan out there is whatever.
Yeah, you know, Monty Brown.
Yeah, you know, yeah, but Carrion is crazy.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. That was kind of wild, sir. King of the North saying Triple H all in the video and hates the spotlight, by the way. I just hate the fact that there is a generation of fans that doesn't know that he is this guy. That he has played up. He has done a great job of playing the nice guy and the good guy as, you know, head of creative and, you know, his role in management over the years, that there is an entire generation of fans that don't know the Triple H that we grew up on and don't realize this is who he really is.
Oh, he's a fucking he's a grandstander.
Yeah.
He's a habitual grandstander.
Yeah.
Like we've seen this for about 30 years.
Yeah, 3 decades. We're going 3 decades strong of Triple H being this guy, right? Riding coattails or just stealing the spotlight from other people and wanting the spotlight on himself, but then saying oh no, I hate the spotlight. I don't like going out there. I don't like starting off the show and stuff like that. Bullshit.
Nigga, any chance you get to have your music played, you gonna take it. Anytime you get a chance to spit your water, you gonna take it.
He loves spitting the water. Chilling with Chase with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Chase, for the big super chat donation here. He says Gunther has been with WWE for 2,341 days. Gunther amount of days as champion in WWE 1,796 days. That is crazy. He's only gone 2 years without having the title since coming in 2019.
You know what's crazier is that this man has been with WWE for almost 7 years.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, y'all.
Like wow.
Here's the thing, y'all. You got R-Truth back. You whined, you complained, you got R-Truth back. Triple H was like, I'm gonna get what I want back now. And I want Gunther as world champion. Bam. That's what you get. Well, you got R-Truth back. What did it cost you? Jey Uso.
Oh, there's no such thing as a non-trade in negotiation with WWE.
He's like a soul for a soul. I was giving you Jey Uso World Heavyweight Champion, but you wanted R-Truth? All right, Jay, go to the background. I'm putting the title on who I want it on.
We ain't putting all the black people on top.
You notice they happen at the same time, practically. Both things. Triple H is gonna get his.
Yeah, he says this is 77% of his time as champion, highest among all active WWE superstars.
Sure.
Yeah, I think anyone with 6+ years in the company, I think this is the most all time.
Oh yeah. This has got to be all time. I mean, the only person that might compete with that number would be like Bruno Sammartino. Like that would probably be the only person that would probably be the only person to compete.
Yeah,
with
you're probably
fair,
right.
Honestly, that's like a whole different era.
Yeah, that's a whole different era, a whole different time. Yeah, you're probably right. Like Bruno's probably more than Gunther because he had the world title for 11 years combined with his 2 most famous reigns. We got Alan.
I'm just gonna say this real quick. If people gonna say that Jey Uso is in black, then stop calling The Rock a black champion.
Well, The Rock has a black father. That's the difference. Jey Uso does not have a black father. He has a Samoan father.
Jey Uso's a brother. Jey Uso's a fucking brother.
We can give him the status of Negro adjacent.
He's a brother.
He's Negro adjacent.
People are calling man. People could call Cody a brother. We damn sure calling Jey Uso a brother.
He's like, y'all trying to claim
if Cody is
eyes,
invited
blonde
to the
hair,
and
Cody.
Jey Uso is not, I don't know what family we representing.
Well, yeah, and that's true. I was gonna say, well, Cody has a black wife, and Jey Uso also had a black wife. Yeah, so. We got Alan in the chat. Thank you so much for the super chat donation. He says, now we need Ron Killings and Pac-Man Jones to go after the world tag titles. Nice little callback to mid-2000s TNA.
Just understand going into the comment section. I love all of y'all, but I'm on demon time today.
I can tell. I can tell already. We also got another super chat donation from Vala. Thank you so much, Vala, for the support. He says it's all thanks to Nick Khan. Truth is back. The agent of Dwayne. The shadow feud in the background between Balder Fraud and Bald Fraud continues. I want The Rock to go on Pat McAfee and explain to us, guys. It was all me. I'm the the report said it was Nick Khan. It was actually me that called truth. I brought back truth, guys.
And you know, the nigga said it's all part of the show. This nigga said it's all part of it. Oh, that nigga is so annoying, bro.
And then The Rock fake announces New Orleans, and then Triple H announces back to Vegas. Double down.
And then here y'all go. Here y'all get the side piece. Y'all get Money in the Bank.
They just throwing shots.
I'm hearing that Lil Wayne New Orleans announcement by The Rock was the beginning of Lil Wayne's downfall. Is what I heard.
Yeah, that's been the rumor. That has been the rumor. And yeah, this is also true. Harsh words with friends. Like, the saddest part is that Tozawa was a beast outside of the E. Now he's a joke. He was even a beast on 205 Live, and now he is basically a joke.
I don't think he cares.
I don't think he cares. Yeah, he's collecting that check.
He's getting paid. He's getting paid.
Right
Regardless of what any of us, regardless of what, and I'm not gonna say any of us because ain't none of them saying shit. It's all me. Regardless of what I'm saying, he getting a paycheck, and he's probably getting paid more than all of us on screen together. So he good.
Very short amount of work.
He good.
And I'm seeing this multiple times, so it's not just directed at you, Harsh words. He says Killings beats Cena at SummerSlam for the title. Seth cashes in on him the next night. Guys, let's see if this lasts for more than a month or so before we jump to he needs to beat Cena for the WWE Championship.
What,
I think.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if he's still this over in a few months, and I don't think SummerSlam by SummerSlam or before SummerSlam, because you have to announce the matchup. I don't think before SummerSlam is going to be a long enough time for him to maintain being that. It took Jey Uso being as over as he was for like 2 years before he got his world title. You're telling me we're going to say, oh, Truth's popular because they actually didn't renew his contract. He got all these chants for a week, and then 2 months later, he's supposed to win the WWE Championship. I think that, that's why I asked Romeo first before we got into the comments and saw anything like this. Where do you think is going? Because me and you are on the similar page. I was like, just keep him in a prominent storyline. Just keep him in the spotlight. I like what JJ said. Keep him at this anti-hero, this kind of like Dark Knight who helps the baby faces like he did at Money in the Bank, goes against Cena, stop Cena from cheating to win. He can stop Seth and his gang from cheating to win. Use him in that contest. Mind you, nothing of what any of us said is R-Truth in wrestling matches. We're just keeping them into play in the top programs. You don't necessarily need to put him in a whole bunch of wrestling matches and have him win the WWE Championship to keep him in a prominent spot.
You better buy all 5 of his t-shirts if you want to see him get pushed like that. You better buy all of them.
Mind you, Jey Uso had like 935 items on shop, and they gave True 5. This nigga had keyboards, bro. This nigga had keyboards. This nigga had cell phone cases.
We got Alan with a super chat donation who says, "Well, I guess Gunther won the belt back so he could drop it to Goldberg in Atlanta. I hope not. Please, dear Lord, don't let that happen. I think it is to make that Goldberg retirement match bigger by having the world title involved in it. What do y'all think?
Politicked his way to a championship match in his retirement match, baby.
And the thing is that who's to be certain that Goldberg is even going to have this match? Like he said himself on multiple tweets that he injured himself multiple times.
But then he also like completely just canceled it out by saying he's in great shape.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's gonna try to keep. I mean, but him hurting himself, all of that shit is true. Like the man is in his 50s and he's gonna try to train like he's gonna be in a high level main event match, and he's gonna have flashbacks of what he did to Undertaker. So he's gonna not want that to happen again. So he's gonna he has a very one thing I appreciate about Goldberg is that he has a very high standard for himself. Like a very high standard for himself. He's not gonna come back if he doesn't feel like he's ready. Like he's not gonna do that to himself. Like he's not gonna be a Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement to collect a big fat paycheck. He's gonna make sure that he's at least ready to go. So that much I can appreciate.
I don't think it's out of the realm. I don't think it's out of the realm that he could win. I don't.
I will not. Yeah, I will not say like, oh no, he's definitely not going to lose after the Fiend shit. I'm never.
After the Fiend and beating Brock Lesnar in like 25 seconds. Yeah. That nothing is impossible with Goldberg. And ending abruptly Kevin Owens' Universal Championship reign. I just wanted a title at WrestleMania.
Oh my God.
That high standard that he holds for himself, he holds that same high fucking standard when he's on camera.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. King of the North says, need Dwayne to publicly bury Paul some more. I mean, might be having that. Might be getting that soon. And he also says he doesn't need to have a high-level main event matchup, just finisher spam and catchphrases. Well, I guess that's The Rock more than Goldberg. He said Gunther tapping out to Jey Uso at Mania and losing to Goldberg in the same 7-month stretch. Save me a super seat. Maybe it would happen, but let's get into Monday Night Raw from last night. What did you guys think about the crowd from Phoenix, Arizona? Romeo?
Nothing positive, nothing negative, just mid. I'll say that.
JJ?
This crowd sucked. This crowd
Let them know
sucked.
how you really feel, sir.
My God. Like the amount, like if this show was in most other arenas that they've held a show in, this show would have probably been much better due to what they put out there. But my God, it's like they had to be extra to get something. It's like it's one of those crowds, and it's like AJ Styles fell victim to this in a couple of arenas. It's like they only give a fuck about who they give a fuck about, and everything else doesn't matter.
Tippy top stars.
Like, this crowd. I had to turn my TV to like 70 to hear something. Like, no.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same wave as Annika. They were fine because for the level of Raw that we got, where spoiler alert, I will say this was the best Raw since the Raw after WrestleMania. For the level of Raw that they got in terms of quality, this crowd was kind of underwhelming.
Oh, so a very nice way of saying they sucked. Good job.
I almost thought this Raw was like too good, where like they could have just saved some of the stuff that was on here for another week.
That's what Joel said earlier on FIFO. He was like, there was just too much stuff that happened on this Raw.
Some of the stuff that got pushed, is like 5th on the list of things you remember. Could have been like more higher if you save it just for another Raw coming up.
You notice that they didn't use the barometer meter on any superstar last night. They didn't use the over meter on anyone.
But off of what Romeo said, it just made me think of what I'm going to talk about later. Poor Bailey. Anyway, let's get into this show last night. It kicked off with Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Gunther, and Jey Uso with his son arriving at the building. There were highlights of Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank. As usual, these packages recap the big moments, specifically concerning Monday Night Raw. They even show clips of Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian, which you pointed out on our review, Romeo. Then we get the introduction for the undisputed WWE champion, the last real champion, John Cena. He enters, he gets his grand
introduction in that Phoenix Suns gear, man.
Looking like Kevin Durant out here. We got him. He comes out to the mixed reaction that we expect from him during this heel run. The greatest of all time and last real champion introduction by Alicia Taylor. He wore the purple and orange to match the Phoenix Suns and rise above the hate and never give up all over his merch. The show was 10 minutes. The show was about 10 minutes in before he gets on the mic and he says, "Truth was a lie. The fans wasted their energy on a sideshow comedian whose greatest achievement was pretending to be him." The crowd chanted, "We want truth, we want truth, we want truth." Cena asks if they thought those chants actually accomplished anything. The fans were all keyboard warriors and armchair activists who did not have the power to change anything. R-Truth was a gimmick they would not care about in a year. Cena had, it felt like he was basically reading a script written for him by Triple H. Cena says that he had limited time left on his farewell tour. He went through all the places he has been since the Raw after WrestleMania, when the last time he gave us the countdown clock, and he went over everything with it coming down to 19 dates remaining. They were halfway done, and the fans shouldn't waste their voice sending him the class clown. They should spend their energy sending him real competition. He wants the best, and he's already beaten their best by beating the likes of R-Truth, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. He says, "Who's next for him?" And the music of CM Punk hits to a big ovation from this Phoenix crowd. Punk had a lot to get off of his chest, and he called it ironic that Cena, this Boy Scout, wanted to ruin wrestling and ruin the establishment that made him, while the punk rock kid from Chicago was seemingly defending the establishment. But Punk wanted to make it clear he wasn't defending the establishment. He wasn't defending TKO and the billionaires. He was defending the people. Maybe Cena was mad that the establishment picked him while the people didn't. The people picked Punk in 2011 to be the voice of the voiceless. Punk said that Cena was wrong, claiming that he hadn't faced the best. Rhodes was the best that they have now, but Cena only won because he took cheap shots. Punk wasn't about to kiss the ass of his final boss because the people was Punk's boss. It was Punk's job to give the people what they wanted, and if they wanted the truth, they would get Ron Killings, which got a big pop from the fans. It was time for Punk to teach Cena that he was only a spoke on the wheel too, which is a callback to his pipe bomb promo. Punk recalled Cena saying that he was sorry after beating him at Elimination Chamber. The last words he heard was Cena saying, "I'm sorry," after Seth Rollins stomped him and he took advantage. Cena knew what he did was wrong. He could see it in his eyes. He knew what he was doing was wrong. The fans start chanting, "You sold out," and Cena just raises the title. Punk said that Cena would spend the rest of his dates apologizing to the people for his actions. He says that title corrupted him. And Punk knew it because it did the same to him back in 2012. Punk had a list of goals when he returned, but winning the title wasn't one of them. Bullshit. Because he was afraid of what he'd accomplish if he did. Everybody should want to be the champion, and only a few can accomplish it. Punk could now see he had to become a monster to defeat the monster. To people like Cena and Rollins, the belt meant power and control, but Punk thought that it belonged to the people. Punk said Cena had 18 dates left, and after today, and he would leave it up to Cena to pick the date that Punk takes that belt from him. And he says that if he was a real champion, he would do it right here, right now, tonight. This got a huge pop from the fans, of course. And Cena said, "Yeah, you're on. John Cena versus CM Punk one final time for the WWE Championship." But no, not tonight. Of course, not tonight. Cena said
good call about Cena.
If Punk really wants this opportunity, he really wants to do this, he would follow him to Saudi Arabia so they could do it at Night of Champions.
What a heel.
Punk off the mic said, "You're on." As Seth Rollins music hits, he enters on the rampway with his crew, Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. Love the suit. Cena and Punk looked over at Seth as he raised the Money in the Bank briefcase, basically showing both men what he has that can change the fortune of this potential matchup here. And it was announced later in the show, it will in fact be John Cena versus CM Punk on Saturday, June 28th from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions. I thought this was a good segment. I actually rewatched it right before this show because I will tell you, listening to this promo, and I got all the inside references to the pipe bomb, the Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees analogy from their promo that they did before SummerSlam 2011 and also before Night of Champions 2012. Love all of that. Love all that stuff. That was good. But halfway through this promo, when I was watching it live, I'm like, wait, are they about to set up this matchup for Night of Champions? Is CM Punk about to become the biggest hypocrite in pro wrestling history? Am I about to get flooded on my timeline with a whole bunch of quote tweets going back to that Miz tweet? And yes, it was all of that. By the time this segment ends and he says Night of Champions, and it's like, flooded with it, and then it gets flooded again when the announcement is made later on in the show, and I just was like, oh man, the copium that we are gonna get from CM Punk fans is going to be next level. It's hilarious. It's hilarious because you guys, for any CM Punk fans out there, y'all should have known CM Punk is one of the most calculated and deliberate guys when it comes to anything he says publicly. And as soon as he did that IG live where he said, "Oh, I never said I hated Saudi Arabia. I never said I hated going to Saudi Arabia. I never been to Saudi Arabia." I was like, he's definitely going. He's definitely going.
Oh, you should have known that.
He's definitely going.
First things he said when he came back, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money."
Quote. Definitely going. So here we are in a world where CM Punk he has to, and this is why Jeremy Lambert put it best on Fightful. This is why these people should not be your role models. These people should not be people that dictates where your politics stands, because they are professional wrestlers, and professional wrestlers
Carnies.
are known liars. Romeo, I like the segment overall, but it's just the ramifications of it. It was something that was in the back of my mind the entire time. But in a vacuum, this was a good segment to set up the matchup for Night of Champions. Romeo, what did you think?
Mixed bag for me. Some positives. I love, Punk and Cena brings back a lot of nostalgia. That's so much star power. That's positive. The negative, I didn't like Punk talking down the championship. Like, oh, I didn't come here to win that. Talking down. I'm not the best in the world. Cody Rhodes is the best we've got. What? That's not the energy you had with Cody when you guys were face to face, cutting promo for promo against each other. You didn't have that energy. You didn't have that. So that was weird stuff. Very weird. The whole coming around to the match at Saudi Arabia is hilarious. Hilarious. Because you might have missed it, the tone they were going for. You might have missed it because they didn't really beat you over the head with it. Like, they missed a few key lines. But John Cena knows this moral high ground that CM Punk has, the character. And he's like, oh, you want this? Well, why don't you do what you say you weren't going to do? And that's come to Saudi Arabia. Follow me there. You want anytime, any place? It's going to be at that place, the place you don't want to be. He doesn't flat out say that, but that's the tone that they were going for in the promo that people might have missed. If you caught it, it's hilarious. Because it's like they're trying to find a way for CM Punk to not look like a hypocrite. It's like, well, I don't want to go there, but I have to. I have to save wrestling. I have to go over there. It's like, it is hilarious, the tone they went for with this story.
JJ?
I thought it was I enjoyed it. I thought it was solid. I think that the promo from Cena is going to be an ultimate test to wrestling fans. And what he said directly about killings, I think, is going to either stand very true or he's going to be proven wrong. And it's an ultimate, it's like the responsibility is going to be now on the people of how long this lasts. Because if he's no longer paired with John Cena and he's doing all, random stuff, how long are you going to really keep that same energy for? And I just love the gauntlet aspect of it. I love that he threw the gauntlet out to the fans. That was like,
it definitely sounded like Triple H more than John Cena.
It did, but also it went with it too, because he has a lot of involvement with John Cena. So it's not like it's just something that, John Cena just randomly called out. Truth. And on top of that, he cost him a match at a PLE. So, like, like, it kind of goes hand in hand. So it went with it. But yeah, definitely Triple H said, can you please just say this line for me? Please just say it for me with your power. Just say it for me. I think that was the truth. When CM Punk's music hit, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, they couldn't, so they wasn't gonna wait a month for this and make this a SummerSlam match. They about to bust their nut right now, and they about to
literally did it the Monday Night Raw after Money in the Bank when everybody talked about the John Cena retirement tour. It was like, yeah, do Punk and Cena at Money in the Bank. They start the feud a day after, like 2 days after.
It was like, wow, they really about to do this now. I guess they're about to do this now. Like, no warm up, no protection, just going straight raw with it. Like the night after the PLE, like, oh shit, okay, I guess so. So I mean, the Punk promo itself, I enjoyed it. It was good to a degree. I did love all the little callbacks that he did. That part of him saying, I did not come back here for the championship, I wanted to throw something at my television.
I just
I
threw,
wanted
I
to
like
li-
I like yelled bullshit.
I wanted to throw. I when he said that, when
Terrible thing.
that was literally your first promo back. Like, what the fuck? You think we have the memory of a goldfish? Apparently you do, because apparently you think that when you speak, you nullify everything else that you've said prior to it. Why the fuck were you in 2 Royal Rumbles then?
Why did you cut the promo with Cody before the Royal Rumble, where you said you were gonna go after his title?
Right. What happened to stabbing him in the front? What happened to doing anything to prevent Seth Rollins from winning the championship? Okay. Oh. This is why you tried so hard to win multiple Royal Rumbles and be in Elimination Chamber. And I'm not here for it. I'm just here to have a good time.
You went for the money you were in a Money in Bank qualifier last week. What the fuck are you talking about, sir?
That part, we went for another chance to become champion, but we're not here for it. And now you have to become something that you don't like to go after what you've gone after for the past year and a half.
He could have still kept his overall point of, like, being champion changes you, makes you darker.
Yes, he could
without
have kept
saying
all
that,
of yes.
I don't want the belt.
Yeah.
And then, so the calling Cody the best we got, I don't mind it as much to a degree, because it's almost like giving somebody a rub. So he gave Cody a rub. So I'm okay with that to a sense.
Yeah.
But the whole I wasn't here for it, and now I gotta become something. I gotta become a monster to beat the monster and all of this. And it's looked like some of what Punk was saying started to penetrate a little bit to John Cena. I did like the line where he's going to spend the back half of his retirement tour apologizing to the people for who he's become. Like, I was like, that's probably going to be spot the fuck on.
Yeah, I was like, that's probably true. That's probably
going to be spot on, because them last 6 dates is going to be a glazed love fest to the crowd. And he's gonna, So I was like, yep. He's calling the shot right now, and I dug that. So there was a lot of parts of it that I did like. The hypocrisy is it's a glaring stand. Like, you cannot not hear the hypocrisy in it. But there was a lot of good in it. I enjoyed it. But I do like what you said. Do not have wrestlers as your role models, because they don't even remember what they did last week, apparently.
No. Don't let them especially don't let them dictate your politics and how you feel about certain decisions, because they will go back on everything they said for $1.
I thought for a second maybe they could do this match at Saturday night's main event, just because you know how fickle they are. Like, they would want to dominate the news cycle that day from All In.
Yeah.
And Punk and Cena definitely would. Like, as far as the star power goes, it definitely would bite a chunk into it. But no, it's Saudi. The prince wins again.
It's just comical. It's like, yeah, you get this big time matchup you've wanted to see, but it also has to be at Saudi Arabia.
No,
And I know there's the Punk fan base that is smoking on the copium for the past few hours since this announcement was made, and they're like, "Oh, what if he gets attacked and he's out of the matchup?" That would be so stupid by WWE to even announce the match if that's what you plan to do. What is the benefit outside of keeping Punk's reputation and his morals intact? What is the benefit to WWE, though, to do that? That would make no sense, and I would say that is one of the stupidest decisions of the year, of a few quite stupid decisions by WWE. This would be one of the biggest if they announce this matchup and then just to take away to keep CM Punk's morals intact. Y'all make me sick.
Morals. Yes, morals.
Apparently
one of the
not.
most ridiculous bait and switches of all time that not even Mr. McMahon himself probably would do.
No.
Yeah, I just kind of also found it a little amusing when Seth Rollins' music hit and they all just came when they all came out, and then who else's music just hit? Somebody else's music hit right after Seth. I thought it was going to be like some type of interruption. The Fowler's very first match, there was somebody else that came out. Who came out in the second segment?
It was AJ and Gable.
Well, no, they did after this segment, they went to commentary and showed us that Barrett was there for instead of Pat McAfee, and then they showed us the graphics for King and Queen of the Ring.
Okay, God, I thought something happened like right after that. I just thought it was a little awkward, but okay. I guess I missed that little shot to Michael and Wade.
Yeah. We do have a super chat donation here from Alan. Thank you so much, Alan, for the support. He says, I wonder if Triple H still gives Booker T gifts for laying down for him at WrestleMania 19. Also, Miz is laughing at Punk now. Yo, Miz is just having a field day. He's
too classy to say something, but deep down inside, yeah.
Yeah. No cameras around. Mike is laughing, but yeah,
they did burn the hatchet too.
That man is probably he's probably not even thinking about him right now. He's probably thinking about his own contract right now. He's thinking about his own job. Like
I might be next. Well, they're not gonna chant "We want me."
Come on, they could do this to these people. I might be on thin ice, and I don't think I got nowhere near as much love as this cat.
That'd be a nice angle to do, like with this new Ron Killings. Just feud with the Miz. Be like, they're gonna come for you next. You're gonna be gone too. they're not gonna bring you back.
Yo, what? How?
No, I tell you who else is celebrating. Yes, Hangman Adam Page. He said, "Damn, Hangman was right. He goes to number 3 in my should have listened to list behind Magneto and Thanos."
Should be a T-shirt.
Yo, how crazy would it be if they just if Ron Killings just started kind of going after people in their expiring contracts.
Yeah, going after the people that's about to be let go.
He's the angel of death.
Yes.
He's the Grim Reaper.
He's the Grim Reaper wrestling.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man.
By the way, I like Seth teasing being involved in this because he hates CM Punk so much, and also Seth Cena. I mean, that feud hasn't been long forgotten. Like, it does make a little sense why he would be tease them.
Yeah. Okay, Michael Villanueva says no, he's right. Unless you don't have ads, I don't have ads, so that's why I have my notes. What happened next? Because I don't have ads like everybody else. He says Seth Rollins came out, then it went to break. Right when it came back, it was Chad Gable walking out. I had called my friend to make sure I had even seen Seth. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so so I guess we saw 2 different programs then. So okay, so
if you have ads, did you watch it live or did you watch it on demand? I
was maybe 14-15 minutes behind. So I rewinded it. So I don't know if that's not live anymore, but I watched it from I got home at 8:20, so I watched it from 8:05 on.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I know sometimes they'll skip the ads if you're watching it on delay. So yeah, that's probably what you saw.
Okay, so that did happen. All right, because I was like, what the fuck? That somebody else just came out right after he came out, and the ring was clear.
So I'm telling all my friends, get a VPN and put it in Europe. It's very nice to have to watch Raw in Europe because you get everything. Or I mean, they keep it busy. They don't have
commercials or ads or anything like that. But I guess they probably did do the quick skips.
Yeah, Because when I
was
watch
20 minutes behind.
NXT on demand and it skips through the ads.
Yeah, because I was like 20 minutes behind, but then the show ended at like I think 10:30 something, but then my viewing ended at like 10:40.
Okay, that makes sense. We got the King of the Ring bracket here. You got on the left-hand side what we're going to see on this show: Sami Zayn versus Penta versus Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio. On the bottom half, we have from the SmackDown bracket, you got Randy Orton versus LA Knight, versus Aleister Black versus Carmelo Hayes. Then on the right-hand side of the definitely Randy. On the right-hand side of the bracket, no, I can actually see any of these four winning because it's a four-way, and because of who won in the Raw four-way, I can see any of these four winning. But Randy is the biggest star out of the four. Then on the right-hand side, you got Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest.
Cody Rhodes
versus
Cody Rhodes
versus Andrade
Poor
versus
guy.
Nakamura from
Poor
the SmackDown. I mean, all I know for sure is that Nakamura is losing.
Cody's winning, bro.
Andrade's definitely losing too.
And then from the Monday Night Raw side, the final four-way in the first round: Sheamus versus Rusev versus Bronson Reed versus person that Adam Pearce will announce as a mystery entrant into the King of the Ring tournament that commentary announces here.
All I'm gonna say is that you take that Cody Rhodes match and you do the Steiner math for it. That's the exact calculations to who's winning that match.
I got my guess who that mystery guy could be.
Who'd your guess?
I'm gonna say it's the returning Ilya Dragunov. And wow, way to come off of ACL and have to deal with these three guys. Jeez.
Well, yeah, quite the way to do that. I'm gonna say Mr. Iguana.
No.
Stop. Yo, why would you throw that poor man into that field? He would have been much better in the Priest, Andrade, and Nakamura match, man. Like, why is Cody in that match? Like, that's just so unfair to them.
Yo, he pinned the champion at freaking Money in the Bank. Like,
I know, and he still has to go through this tournament.
By the way, I hate that you have a mystery guy at the bottom there, but in the other bracket, no mystery, just announce the return. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this was egregious with this Queen of the Ring bracket because they will start on the right-hand side already because the bottom half basically reveals that we're going to get the returning Asuka in the King of the Ring tournament as she'll go up against Ivy Now, Raquel Rodriguez, and Stephanie Vaquer. That's
Asuka. No. First they announce you and then they put you against Stephanie. You're not winning that. Stephanie winning that.
Yeah, I think Stephanie's probably going to win it. I think it's between Stephanie and Asuka. Then you have on the top right-hand side from SmackDown, Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea Green versus Candice LeRae.
Yo, they gave her such an easy bracket, bro. Oh, my God.
I mean, you think, right? But then Triple H hates Charlotte Flair. My goodness.
Yo, he would fuck around and make Alexa win.
Yes.
He would. I know Romeo wants to be like, "Oh, stop right there," but I think there is a chance that Alexa or even Chelsea wins that.
I agree, which is sad, knowing the name of this damn tournament. Very sad.
Yeah. Then on the SmackDown end, you got Jade Cargill versus Michin, versus Piper Niven versus Nia Jax. I was like, yo, Jade Cargill's got the most obvious win of this whole Queen of the Ring tournament. Yeah. And then on the top hand side for Monday Night Raw, you got Rhea Ripley versus Kairi Sane versus Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez, which we would see on this show. My final prediction for the Queen of the Ring, I'm going with SmackDown. I'm going with SmackDown versus SmackDown. Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous though. I could see Jade versus Stephanie.
I could see that. I don't know if they want to do that to Stephanie. If they really want to see if Stephanie can bring anyone to a great matchup, then they'll do that.
I think
and then
Jade's winning the whole thing.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think I see Jade winning the entire tournament.
Now this
And
one,
then King of the Ring, I'm going with Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes.
it's a great story. It's a great story for that night where they're going to be at. Now, the question is, who wins? I find it very hard to believe Sammy's beating Cody. Very hard.
I find it very hard to believe that Cody Rhodes is going to get his title shot through the King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah. I mean, that's just wow.
Yeah, I don't see Cody getting a title shot this way.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if Cody makes it to the finals. I think he's going to get screwed.
I like that's why I think that it's not that obvious that Cody's winning that 4-way, because the 4-way is the best way to get Cody out of this tournament because he doesn't need to get pinned. I could see Priest winning that, or I could see them throwing Andrade a bone.
I just don't want it to be me personally. I just don't want it to be that. I want Sammy to fail. He could win this. I don't want to see him win at SummerSlam and then get cashed in on. No, thank you. I don't want.
I'd rather Seth do what he's done before and cash it in
Triple
to make
threat?
it a 3-way. Yeah.
Yes, I much rather prefer that.
Yeah,
Sammy's gonna get his
I'd
moment
rather
in
Sammy's
WrestleMania
first title win be a legit title win.
and at WrestleMania.
That's it. We got harsh words. He says, I want to see Ron Killings come out and every time someone is lying on the mic, like, you a damn lie. Let me help you with this truth. He cuts a promo on him. They have a match. He wins and sets him free. That's a good way to go about it. That's a good way.
The Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper. Last match collector has boycott Activision said the last match collector.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You're gonna be the Grim Reaper of wrestling, bro. The contract collector.
Contract collector. I love that. I don't think Cody is like 500% chance of winning that match. Like, I think it feels way too obvious. But then again, this is WWE.
It feels too easy. That match looks too easy. But
people just like stamping, Sami Zayn. It's like, slow down. It's like we can't forget how overpowered Cody is. You better get him out early.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like you gotta just just cut the fuse while it's still sparking. Don't let it blow up.
Because that was the rumored match was Cena and Cody for SummerSlam, the rematch. That is the rumored match.
Yeah, but you can get there without the King of the Ring tournament.
Well, I thought Seth Rollins could get his title shot without winning Money in the Bank, but
I mean, based on what happened last night, yes, Cody don't need this tournament because a man lost the championship on a night of
Seth
Monday
did
Night
not
Raw.
need Money in the Bank, bro. Seth did
No,
not need
but we're not pointing out the most obvious thing. CM Punk has lost all of his fucking matches since March. He lost against Seth in the steel cage. Before that, he lost the Elimination Chamber. After that, he lost at WrestleMania. He lost at Saturday Night's Main Event. He lost last week on Monday Night Raw.
Well, he was the first to answer Cody's promo. Cena's promo.
So don't say he's not giving back.
He ain't burying
that
people.
Loser, and he's getting a shot at the title.
Just out of a walkout too, and that's what kind of caught me off guard too. Was like, this nigga just walked out.
Austin Theory could have beat him if he wanted.
Like, the fuck? How'd that happen?
You gotta be ready. You gotta just be standing back there next to the curtain, ready just in case.
Yep.
At least when Randy Orton walked out on Cena, Randy Orton was hot. He had some momentum. He just had a WrestleMania W.
RKO'd his ass.
He had a WrestleMania W over a champion.
Yeah, I did mention all the matches he's lost, but he's not technically taken a pin in any of those matches. But he did lose. He did lose all those matches. He refuses to get pinned. And then the Elimination Chamber, he got eliminated, but he got choked out. He didn't.
According to CM Punk as well, he still has never lost to Seth Rollins.
Apparently. Roman did pull Seth out of the cage. To be fair.
I mean, it was lost.
Also true. Chad Gable, he comes out next. During the commercial break, he was pissed that neither he or the Grande Americano were in the King of the Ring. He was beaten up from his matchup with Elio del Vikingo from Worlds Collide. Brutus Creed tries to take his place, but Gable says no, he's going to fight through because he wants to face AJ Styles tonight to prove him wrong. This was
couldn't get a spot either. I thought the same thing. Like, AJ gonna get a spot?
Yeah, I was like, God damn, they must be gonna do the AJ Dominic for the Intercontinental title pretty soon. This match kicked off like 31 minutes into the show, and they went to an immediate ad break. I did see that 90 seconds into the matchup. Styles was able to overcome some interference from the Creeds as Chad Gable utilized them throughout the matchup, hitting some nice German suplexes in the ring. He hits a beautiful flying headbutt, but AJ kicks out at 2. Gable multiple times tries to go for the ankle lock, but AJ was always able to kind of kick his way free or escape in some way, get to the ropes. Finally, he reverses an ankle lock into a calf crusher and then transitions the calf crusher into the Styles Clash. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles picks up the victory here. This match just went under 8 minutes. I guess with the ad break for you guys in the US, you only saw about 5 minutes of this matchup. It was fine for what it was. I just expected a lot more from an AJ Styles Chad Gable matchup, but we shouldn't expect too much because Chad Gable did have to work twice on Saturday.
This nigga is beat the fuck up. Like god damn. How many matches you want this man to have in a 3-day period? Like,
could have gave him this week off.
Like, he needs the next 2-3 weeks off. Like damn, bro.
Can't get one match.
You know that they better appreciate that man for all this work he's putting in, because that it's just crazy, yo. That man has been on he's been in matches like every day for the past like 4 days. He's on a fucking indie schedule right now.
Romeo, what did you think?
Yeah, I had higher expectations too, but they left some meat on the bone. They'll probably revisit this down the line, I would think. The Styles Clash looked a little wild.
Yeah, he called it.
He sped it up.
Wade called it a flash clash.
Yeah. What?
He called it a flash clash because he got no lift on it. It was just like the fact that the camera shot got any lift was remarkable, because there was no lift in that Styles Clash at all.
Nah. He was like right on the mat when he picked them up, and he just put them right down, basically. So
yeah, you could get away with the length of this match due to Gable's weekend, but I do want to see them make up for this eventually down the line with something more longer.
My apologies, Sonny. I'm very confused. You know, it might be because they share the same boots. So sorry.
Yeah, I heard EGA's got lost in the. They got lost, so Chad was a nice guy. Like, here, you can have these. What a guy.
Still lost after a week? It's been a week. Couldn't get new boots.
Yeah. If ever you were gonna pull the, I'm feeling sick. That was the night, Chad. That was the night. The doctor's note.
Yeah, he should have definitely had a doctor's note. This was legit.
Backstage, Roxanne Perez approaches Liv Morgan about working together in the upcoming 4-way first round matchup of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Liv was not on board with this. He says that she can win on her own, and Roxanne says, let the best woman win, and Liv says she will before flipping her hair to make her way down to the ring. We get it's going to be Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez versus Kairi Sane versus Rhea Ripley, who gets her typical huge pop from this Phoenix crowd. Morgan reluctantly does work with Perez in this matchup. However, they set up for a double superplex on Kairi, but Rhea is able to come in and hits a double powerbomb on both women. Sane follows up, and she hits Rhea with a big flying forearm for a 2 count. Morgan and Perez work together again to regain control. They double team both Kyrie and then Rhea. Morgan hit Zayn with a backstabber move that she likes to do a lot, and Cole said that it was an homage to Carlito. So apparently they are free to make the shout outs to these people, but if the fans don't cheer for them, they are not getting hired back.
We want Lito. That's how you gotta do it, guys.
We want Lito.
There you go.
We want Lito.
Hashtags, all the YouTube chat. No, not gonna happen, huh?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
No.
It's not
No. Rhea fired up and laid out everyone. Rhea was awesome in this matchup. This is the best she's looked since probably WrestleMania in this matchup here. Morgan tried to catch her off guard with Oblivion, but Rhea was able to catch her, and she immediately goes for the Riptide. She hits it, and she has her covered, has it won, but Raquel Rodriguez pulls Rhea out of the ring. They start brawling at ringside until Kyrie catches both women with a dive to the outside and an insane elbow. She follows up and she hits the insane elbow on a unconscious Liv Morgan. Kyrie has the match won, but we see that Roxanne is on the outside watching all of this go down. She takes advantage at the right time and gets a jackknife pin on Kyrie. 1, 2, 3. Roxanne Perez advances in the Queen of the Ring tournament. I thought that all the ladies here, they worked really well. Kyrie is still a little bit rusty on her return, but I thought towards the back half of this matchup, she looked all right. I thought that Liv Morgan, the story of Liv Morgan and Roxanne working together really was the kind of the good storytelling involved in this matchup. Like I thought Rhea Ripley was awesome, and I think that Roxanne Perez was the right choice to pick up the victory here. So good, really good matchup here to start off the Queen of the Ring tournament. And then later we would see an interaction between the Judgment Day as the male members were backstage. Finn Balor thought that it was strange that Dom was the only member of the Judgment Day in the King of the Ring. Dom figured that Balor had a shot at Money in the Bank, but that didn't work out. So he thought that Balor would be okay with him being in the King of the Ring. JD McDonough said Dom could win the King of the Ring tournament while they could win back the tag team titles. And Balor's was all smiles, trying to act like he was happy with this. Perez enters and they congratulate her on her win. Morgan entered and was not in a good mood. Perez tried to claim that she helped Morgan in the matchup by breaking up Zayn's pin on her and helped her not get pinned. Morgan bluntly congratulated her and left, and Balor told Dom that he should speak to Liv, and Dom clearly didn't want any part of this and scrambled off for his matchup while Balor was amused. What did you think about the four-way matchup? Like I said, I thought it was a really good matchup here. JJ, what did you think about the four-way and, of course, the interaction between the Judgment Day later in the show?
No, it was a good match. Like, it was definitely a good match. Like, this women's division is really, really stepping up big time, man. Like, so, like, it's good to see them putting on these quality matches, like, week in, week out. And I'm enjoying the place that they're in right now. Outside of the United States Championship, but but it's in a really, I think it's in a really good place, genuinely. All the women worked really good. I thought, Kyrie, I think she's still getting her footing, and she's putting out like a lot of like these multi-women matches, so that could be also a little tough to continue to get your footing into. Liv and Roxanne worked really well together. Like they did. Like they had a lot of good moments. They had some bright spots, like looking like they could be a nice little tag team there. Raquel. We'll see. But it was a good match. I enjoyed it. And the result, yes, definitely. I think the right person absolutely won the match. Gives Liv more adversity to deal with, which, my God, it came out later. But Liv is doing some really good work right now. Like I would say that she's doing some really good work right now. Like she's not happy-go-lucky Liv at the moment. Like she's going through a lot of shit, dealing with some trust issues, losing matches. So she's not on top of the world right now, and she's still trying to figure this shit out. But boy, later on. Wow. But good match overall.
Romeo.
Did you know it was Liv Morgan's birthday this past weekend? Happy belated
Oh,
birthday.
happy
Liv
birthday,
Morgan.
Liv.
Huh.
And this is how they repair. This is how they repair.
You know niggas don't win on their birthdays?
Ridiculous. Well, at least
It's like that. It's like hometown. It's like that hometown treatment. You don't win on your hometown. You don't win on your birthday.
At least the Judgment Day still won. Ooh. My God.
I mean, the Judgment Day-ish.
Judgment Day adjacent?
Ish.
That segment was great backstage. By the way, still no PS5. Carlito took it with him, unfortunately. Finn Balor's great again, man. Finn Balor's just knocking this role out of the park, man. It's like I could tell the little pain he had when JD said, we'll go for the tag titles. A little pain. And he tried to play it off. He wanted that spot in the tournament. He wants that IC title.
And
The Liv Roxanne stuff is good, too.
I love how Dom is like, yeah, I got a match, bro.
Yeah, I got a match. I'm not going to talk to her. I got a match.
I got a match. Like, I ain't dealing with this shit right now.
Good stuff.
Goku with a good question. He says, just curious on your thoughts on the format of the King of the Ring doing all fatal four ways for the first round. To me, I think that it's basically a prisoner of the time that they have ahead of Night of Champions, because they have scheduled this crazy scheduling since WrestleMania of it's usually 2 weeks, but now it's been like 3 weeks in between shows over the last couple of weeks. It's impossible to do a 16-man tournament where it's single elimination and not four ways. This is the easiest way for them to do 3 weeks of television, is to have the four-way. You have one four-way 1 week, the second four-way the next week, and then the semifinals on the go-home shows. This is the best way that they could work it out, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, the only way that you would be able to do it, like, logistically, is if literally their entire night was all 4 of these matches, if they did singles matches. So the way to have other show elements still involved is, like you said, just compress it.
I don't mind it. I don't like that it's so close to the Money in the Bank qualifiers, which were all triple threats. Like, that's kind of silly.
Yeah, you don't have to have the Money in the Bank to be triple threats. This one I understand a lot more than the Money in the Bank ones to me.
But also, I think it's I agree with what you said, SP3, but also to add to that, I think it also plays out where Triple H just loves his interferences, and in Fatal 4-Ways, that's no problem. No problem. Distractions.
Neither with triple threats.
Yep, no problem.
And I think this was every match except for the main event on this show had interference involved.
Yeah, see?
And but because there was 2 fatal 4-way guys.
Yep.
No
it's
DQs,
okay.
No DQs. Let's go.
Fine, just fine.
We got finishes. Yay!
Scratch them out.
I'll clap for that.
Oh man,
We saw like 3-4 pinfalls tonight.
I know, it's shocking. Like, whoa,
do you still have that? Do you still have the picture of the brackets or no? Because I know for sure
I can get it up.
You're gonna get interference for LA Knight's match. 100%. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
yeah.
That's how you know he ain't winning this match again.
Yeah, he's definitely not winning after last night.
Up.
It's like we're definitely screwing you.
And I could probably look at the others, and I could find some way for there to be a distraction or interference in them for sure.
I could see that. I could see like Charlotte and Jade getting involved, or Naomi getting involved in Jade's matchup. I could see something like that.
Yes, distraction with the briefcase, whatever.
Her service is going to be involved in the Chelsea match for sure.
Raquel, she has Judgment Day. Yes. Oscar could have damage control. Do they still call him damage control? I don't even know.
No, they don't.
The 3 Japanese ladies.
Oh, they're definitely going to set up. Yeah, that 4-way, they're definitely going to set up Asuka, Kairi, and Io versus the Judgment Day gals.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And then the SmackDown, you're definitely right, Romeo, about the Orton, Knight, Black, and
100%.
Hayes. Miz will get involved in that as well. because of the whole Hayes and Black rivalry, and then the Braun Stars and the Seth or the Seth Riders, all of them will get involved because of LA Knight.
And that's exactly why Bronson Reed ain't gonna win his match.
Well, he does have Braun Breaker to interfere though if he needs it.
Yes,
that'll be interference.
Yep. There'll be a lot of
Cody's always got enemies, so
yeah, all these matches are gonna have shenanigans in it.
All of them.
All 8 of them.
King of the interference.
So, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but Io Sky was inspired by none other than Nikki Masawa. Because we get a Nikki Bella video package, and Nikki met backstage with Natalya and Maxine Dupree before speaking with Io Sky. Nikki put over Sky and how she carried herself as a champion, while Sky thanked Nikki and said, "You paved the way for us."
That's right.
What?
Paved the way.
What?
Paved the way.
Somebody's gonna agree with this too.
Nikki Masawa. Nikki Bella.
Somebody's gonna agree with this too. Somebody.
Bella Ashi. Nikki Bella Ashi.
Somebody gonna be like, Nikki was a trailblazer.
Io grew up in Japan watching Nikki Bella and Natalya go at it.
You can look, but you can't touch.
I can imagine the Stardom class was just like all around the video, all around the TV, watching Nikki Bella classics.
Dream match right there, by the way. Io and Nikki. Sign me up.
Woo.
Coco said the IWC about to crash out over the Nikki paved the way quote.
Yo, y'all remember that Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox match? What?
Oh man, epic.
Io
Epic
does.
encounter.
Stop talking about.
Epic encounter. Epic encounter.
Io Sky's dream was to be on Total Divas. But
it's basic knowledge. Craig Gardner II said Io was inspired by Total Divas. This is common knowledge. Absolutely. We got Harsh Word says that the Bellas did start lobbying for the Divas to be more. It was bra and panties matches before that. Yeah. All
paved the way.
All logical stuff. Yeah, Alicia Fox too. Yeah. Can't wait. Then we see Becky Lynch walking backstage, and we oversee Austin Theory and Grayson Waller getting into a heated argument with one another, where Grayson Waller walks away. So I guess that's the end of A-Town Down Under. What? Great payoff.
They've
Great
done
payoff.
This plenty of times before, but they've been arguing for how long now? I don't believe nothing.
You know what's crazy? I saw a crazy tweet that said that A-Town Down Under started teasing a breakup before Jacob Fatu was signed with WWE. Yeah. Jacob Fatu signs with WWE in June of 2024, does a full year with being by Solo's side, where he wins the U.S. Championship, and then this past Saturday at Money in the Bank turned on Solo, and Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are still together.
Just have this be a running thing now till the end of their careers. Just have it keep doing this. It's funny. At the Hall of Fame speeches.
Poor Austin Theory, man. Poor Austin Theory. He just needs to get away from that poison.
Yeah, I don't know if you were here with us those weeks where Top Guy JJ hates Grayson Waller.
They're setting it up for Atlanta, A-Town. That's when Austin Theory breaks out, right?
I would hope so. Or break away from this schmuck.
That'd be the perfect place to do it.
Makes sense to me. And then we get Becky Lynch coming down to the ring with her new Women's Intercontinental title belt. Love Becky selling the shoulder that would be part of her story when she was making her entrance. She wondered where were her. She said, "Where were her 'You deserve it' chants?" She didn't need to hear it though, because she knew she deserved it. She should be out there celebrating, especially since there are so few opportunities for her to celebrate something new. She's already won everything and is a best-selling author. She's a Royal Rumble winner, Elimination Chamber winner, the first woman to win the main event of WrestleMania, and now she is the Women's Intercontinental Champion. This should be an moment to celebrate because this title was about opportunities. But the biggest opportunity this title ever got was Becky winning it. She welcomed the belt to the big time and said that it was now the biggest prize in the business because she holds it. She should have been celebrating with her hot husband and beautiful child, but she wasn't because that disingenuous bird lady, Lyra Valkyria, ruined everything.
Bird lady.
Valkyria raised her hand so aggressively. I love the way her delivery on this promo was awesome. She said, raised her hand so aggressively that Lynch thought that she dislocated her shoulder. Lynch claimed that Valkyria tried to kill her when she attacked her after putting the belt around her waist. Lynch called out Lyra to do it properly this time and to apologize. Lyra comes out to the ring and she looks like she's very pissed, but before she can get down there, it is Bayley who appears out of nowhere, attacking Becky from behind. She suddenly attacked Lynch and started going after her. Lyra looked even surprised to see her. Lynch tried to bail and bumped into Valkyria, who shoves Becky right back into the ring, where Becky attacks her yet again. Becky tries to go for the rose plant, but Becky's able to escape Bayley's clutches and escapes through the crowd. Bayley stands tall in the ring while Becky escapes into the crowd to end this segment here. What did you think about Bayley making her return to Monday Night Raw, Romeo? You seem very pleased about it.
Very, very pleased, but like I hinted at earlier on the review, some things could have been saved for another week because this sort of just gets overshadowed by everything else that happens on this damn show.
It immediately gets overshadowed. Like this one was egregious. He did this shit on purpose. He don't like Bayley. Triple H don't like Bayley. I think we all need to accept that. It's a fact now.
But I love Bayley, and I love her in
Me
all
too.
white. I like the new look with the
Same.
hair. That's nice. Back of the line, Lyra. Back of the line. No, we're probably setting up a triple threat match here, is what I imagine. And this is how you stall and hold off on the big trilogy match with Lyra and Becky, and probably have that on a bigger show. Maybe in time for Evolution. Yeah.
That would work. JJ, what did you think?
More scumbag shenanigans by Hunter here. Because it's like you gave no setup for anybody to give a fuck that Bayley came back. Like, the whole anticipation was there for the encounter of Lyra and Becky again, have them do this face-off, and then camera doesn't even catch Bayley coming back, first of all. And then the crowd almost didn't know who it was.
No pop.
And then even when her music hits, no one cared.
Because that music sucks. Even Bayley admitted that she thinks her music sucks.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. And I was like, and she looks good. She looks phenomenal.
Looked amazing.
Look like what more did you want? But no one seemed to care. And this is all Triple H's fault. Like, Bayley could have done this. They could have had her come out after a possible, like, dirty assault from Becky. Something that is in action already, instead of the full focus on Lyra's potential reaction. Just took that whole moment away. Like they could have got into a scrap, and Becky could have done something kind of underhanded, done something, and then attacked her, and then you could see Bayley return in this process and just not confuse everyone involved, including the audience. I'm happy to see Bayley back. Happy to see Bayley back. I just hope that this isn't like some throwaway program that she's in again, that she's going to lose again and gets another 3 to 4 month break again. So I'm holding out some hope, but based off of the element of what the return was and the reaction or lack thereof of the return, I don't got much high hopes for this. But it was great to see her. I hope more happens out of this. But if anything repeats itself from last night, as far as reaction and lack thereof, this ain't going to last long. And that is probably my prisoner of the moment of this trash-ass crowd. Because
but it also I agree with what Romeo said. It did not need to be on this show if you weren't going to let this breathe. They did not let this breathe at all. They didn't even let it go to a commercial break after. Like at least give it that much to breathe, and then you could do the next segment. No, they went directly into the next segment. That's why I was like at the beginning of the show, I was like, poor Bayley. Like there was just too much on this show where the Bayley return is like buried underneath what would happen in the next segment we're about to discuss, what happens in the main event, the opening segment with Punk going to Saudi Arabia, the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, and then there's also Bayley return.
It's not even the most newsworthy women's segment of the night.
I'm going to be really annoyed if Bayley returns and then all of a sudden, like in a week or two, they announce a women's triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship at Evolution. This would just literally throw her whole return away. Because you're now just mixing her in with Lyra.
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
So that's where it's like, okay, this Lyra and Becky thing should have blown over or look like it's starting to blow over a little bit. But now Becky is just in the middle and Bayley is just in the middle of it.
I hope this is the way you transition though. Like I could see them doing the triple threat and then doing a Bayley Becky rivalry over the Intercontinental Championship, because I think that continues the elevation of the Intercontinental title. Annika, to answer your question, she says, tell me if Becky and Bayley ever had a legitimate feud ever. Yes, they have. That was back when in 2022 into 2023 when they were basically feuding after Becky got hurt at SummerSlam. It was Damage Control that took her out, and then when she returned for War Games, after War Games, it's basically the Becky and Bayley rivalry that led to a steel cage matchup on Monday Night Raw. They never had like a legitimate pay-per-view PLE matchup rivalry payoff there, but they did have a payoff to that rivalry inside of a steel cage on Monday Night Raw, and that led into the Becky, Trish, and Lita versus Damage Control at WrestleMania 39.
You got like 3 matches here with 3 events to come. You have Bayley versus Becky 1-on-1. You have the triple threat, and then you could do Becky Lyra 3. You got Night of Champions, you got Evolution, you got SummerSlam. I don't know how you spread that out amongst those 3 events, but I think
I would do the triple threat at Night of Champions. I would do Becky and Bayley at Evolution, and then Lyra Becky at SummerSlam. Lyra wins the title back.
Yeah, I'd probably do
that. And that's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like it. So in a span of 4 to 5 weeks, Bayley is already thrown away.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
Why I don't like it. I don't like anything about this. I don't like the fact that Bayley is just now mixed into this, and then she's just going to be chewed up and spit out.
Bayley has to have a little IC title run somewhere along this trajectory of booking in the next
I can
half
see
year.
Bailey then turning on Lyra after SummerSlam.
That's
and
very
then
possible.
she feuds with Lyra and she eventually beats Lyra for the title.
Heel,
that Bailey has to turn heel at this point because they've given us no reason to care about her as a babyface.
heel Bailey is so much better.
I'm
Anyways,
just saying, if Bailey doesn't have a match at WrestleMania or SummerSlam would be fucking criminal.
Then do the triple threat at SummerSlam then.
Sure, whatever.
You're just dreading the fact that
Because
she's either gonna miss, she's either not gonna have a match at the all women's pay-per-view Evolution, or she's not gonna have a match at SummerSlam.
She can't fit in the damn all women's pay-per-view. Like, come on, she has to be there. And what is the biggest match possible for like an Evolution, at least on the Raw side?
Well,
I think it's what? Nothing.
They teased it already.
Which one? Oh, are you talking about Nikki and Io?
I mean, Io and Stephanie Vaquer would probably be the biggest one for me.
But star power.
It would probably be Io and Rhea.
Yeah, gotta do something like that.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I mean, that would actually be good booking. Right now, in this vortex of anytime Bailey's involved with something, they just don't know what the fuck to do with her.
Bunch of people in the chat saying Bailey deserves better. We got Christopher is the biggest Bailey fan in the chat. He says Bailey is out the door of WWE next year. I don't know. She is uncomfortably loyal.
I think she needs to get on the phone with Mercedes a few times more. And just have her be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, especially with them bringing in the likes of, Mariah May and other, there's just more and more talent that's just going to constantly keep coming in and overshadowing her. Stephanie Vaquer has already done so. And you got Julia that's definitely not going anywhere anytime soon. Roxanne is going to be a big star in this division. It's almost like Bailey is weeding out slowly but surely. And there's almost going to be no place for her, according to them, at this stage of the game. And I think she needs to realize that and understand how big she actually is and take her talent somewhere else. And that somewhere else should be AEW. She should go to AEW.
She's not going to want to go anywhere. She's going to want to work with all these girls that you just mentioned.
Mm-hmm. But it's not going to happen. That's what you're not.
No, she'll work with them, but it's to put them over.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not going to happen.
She will become this generation's Natalya.
Yeah, and Bailey's one. She's too talented and way too young for that.
Women's Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, that too. We get next up immediately right after Bailey's return. We go over to the commentary table with Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, and Ron the Truth Killings is here. Killings entered in the same outfit he wore at Money in the Bank. He gets on top of the announce table. He takes off his hood and a mask, and the crowd pops for him. Killings says that don't let nobody tell you that you don't matter. Don't let nobody tell you that your voices doesn't matter. They heard, they listened, they felt, and they understood. I am back because of all of y'all. Killings reiterated that he was back because of them. He was back for them, but he was also back for himself too. Not only did you bring Truth back, you got me. They all loved our Truth, but Truth could be too funny, too nice, too forgiving. But he wasn't. He felt different. He felt alive. He wasn't a lie. He wasn't a sideshow act. He wasn't a gimmick. He reaches down and he pulls out a pair of scissors. As the announcers backed away, and he cuts his hair, his dreadlocks completely off. As the crowd, they show shots of the crowd gasping and putting their hands over their mouth like they can't believe what they're seeing. The crowd starts chanting, "Holy shit!"
Right.
Truth then get.
Bro, I thought he was
Truth
gonna stab
then
somebody. I thought he was gonna stab somebody with them scissors.
See a black man with a weapon. It's like, oh shit.
Truth then gets back on the mic and he says, "The truth has set me free. I am Ron Killings." Huge pop for his real name. "I am the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now put some respect on my name." He drops the mic as the fans cheered as Killings walked away through the crowd. You get Michael Cole clapping it up for Ron the Truth Killings here. Amazing promo, probably the best promo since his NWA TNA rise, when he was very disgruntled with the way that he left WWE as K-Quick back in 2001. Those promos, go back and see it. Those are the best promos of his career, but this is like right up there as far as his WWE run. This is the best promo that he's cut. You felt the passion, you felt the emotion, the crowd was not only moved by his words, they were moved by his actions. Him cutting his hair here, that is going to be remembered for a very long time. This is how you set the tone for a brand new chapter of your career in the best way possible. And it was put up on social media earlier in the day. His brand new merch, Ron R Truth Killings, the killing spree. We want truth, and PG. Killings is the truth.
I need another one. I need I wish you would. I need that shit.
I wish you would. Yo, his delivery here was incredible. This is a fantastic promo. One of the best promos of the year from WWE. Romeo, what did you think?
Outstanding. Short and sweet too. Great punchlines, catchphrases. A little unsettling too, a little bit there. I got a little feeling there. Like he means business. It's got a lot of edge to him. I love it. I want to read this tweet he just put out like an hour ago. How ? Equals you. Y'all brought me back. They heard, listened, felt, and understood. Thank you, Triple H, with the finger pointing emoji at Triple H's name. WWE and man, ... Thank you, Nick Khan, for allowing our truth to set me free. I'm driving.
Let's go!
I am Ron Killings. I am the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now put some respect on my name.
Bury that bum, Triple H. Oh my God. This dude has been going on. He's going off on social media. He is going in on social media because that Triple H tweet of him going like, you wanted it. But you see Truth's face. That's not Truth being a character. That's Truth being his real self. He did not smile, did not look happy at all to be in that picture. And then the comment section, it's like 90% of people just ripping Triple H apart.
You wanted it. Fucking cunt.
By the way, Metro Boomin hit him up. It's like, I want to do your new theme song. And R-Truth was like, thanks, but what's up?
Cool.
Like, what's up?
Yeah. Like, I'm cool because people
said,
know
check
that
out my music.
People know that beat. Yeah.
Yeah. I do my own music. Like, he's always been like that. JJ, what did you think about this promo here?
That was the best WWE thing that he's done his entire career. That was moving. It was moving. It felt raw. It was genuine as fuck. And you could tell it was him. You can tell he got his love out the way. He got his love out there, spread it, let everybody know. But he also got his anger out too. Like, he also got the frustration out. And that was as close of a short masterpiece that you can get from a promo from any performer. That was magical. Like you, when you get uneasy on a television screen, something is connecting in a way that normal promos don't. This shit, when he pulled out them scissors and like, I felt that he was like cutting a piece of my fandom out when he cut his hair off. And I'm like, he is dead ass doing this shit on live TV. Like, you know how many things could go wrong here? And
but he knows that is money in his hands because he kept that grip.
Oh,
up.
hell yeah. He ain't let a he threw that microphone at Michael Cole, but he ain't let a single lock go.
Nope.
He ain't let a single lock go. He kept all that shit. And oh man, that was awesome. Like, this promo alone is gonna make me give this show a higher score than it probably should, because I don't think I'm ever going to see a promo like this from someone for the next 10 years, 15 years at minimum. This was special. This was awesome. And I don't care how it's said, this was one of the greatest things that I've seen on WWE TV in a long time. And it was for very different reasons because of how real it felt. Like, it was so awesome to see that. And this was the one time in the show that I could genuinely appreciate the crowd giving the man the love he deserved, because they finally decided to wake up very vividly and show him a lot of love, which was spot on to what he did. I loved everything.
You know what's funny? This is all the consequences of him getting let go. We don't get any of this if he does not get let go. Ain't that crazy?
It's
Don't
add to it. You're gonna give Triple H more ammunition.
No. He's gonna take credit for that.
Yes, you're gonna give.
You see
him
what
ammunition.
I did, guys?
We created this, guys. Aren't you enjoying the
We
show?
own it now. This is all Ron Killing's negotiation skills, man.
Yo, masterful. Like, the fans gave him negotiation power, and he's set himself up superbly for life after WWE. The fact that he got to do his real name and he's getting to do freaking his own character, like, he's got so much freedom, and he had all the power before signing on the dotted line. This is incredible to watch.
To really capitalize on this, he has to now win some matches, you know?
I don't care. You know what the thing is? I don't necessarily agree with that.
I don't think he needs to win matches. He just needs to be in prominent storyline. He doesn't need to wrestle matches.
He needs to be involved. Yeah, he just needs to really be involved, and he'll have a match here and there. But we need that person. We need that person. Like, the in-ring work is secondary to what this man's character is going to bring. Like, this man's different. Like, it's different. Like, and even when in the goofy times, like, people didn't care about him being in the ring. People just wanted to see him and hear him talk, because everybody sees a piece of themselves in him because of how real he is. And the fact that he's going to be his full, authentic self to a degree, but amped up for a television camera, bro, we're literally going to live vicariously through him when he comes on TV. And that shit is going to be fucking fire.
Absolutely agree. This was great stuff. I'm so happy for Truth. So happy for this man. We got Chuck Berries. I wanted to read this after we talked about that segment, who says, talking about the two back-to-back segments that we just talked about. He says, this is so not what I wanted for Bayley to come back just to be viewed as the third wheel in this story, and immediately followed by Ron Killings. So disrespectful. Like, I was so happy, and I loved the moment with Ron Killings, but I was just like, I felt like I went into Bayley's body, and I was like, oh, so fuck me. Oh, okay, cool.
I mean,
I just came back.
I mean,
And then you immediately take my shine. Immediately after.
Yeah, honestly, I don't. I understand it, but I don't agree with that fully because no one cared to begin with. No one cared to begin with.
They
Like,
never gave them opportunity to care.
Yeah, how? None of them reacted. Bro, I swear, if you'll watch that whole sequence and see who react, like you could count the people that reacted to the shit. So it's like anything afterwards, it doesn't matter. Like now, if she had a moment and now she shared a moment with the people, and it was like they, she had a glory moment, and like they rose up and they showed love, and then he did that. It's like, all right, damn, you just took her moment. But it's like she really didn't even have a moment because they didn't give a fuck. Like it's so sad to say that, but it's literally what painted out on the TV.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong, but goddamn.
It sucks. It sucks. I fucking feel horrible saying that.
It's what it is. It's what it is. Thank you for the super chat donations, Chuck Berries. But let's talk about our final tournament matchup of the show. King of the Ring first round fatal 4-way. Sami Zayn versus Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio versus Penta versus Braun Breaker. It's been a full 30 minutes since the previous matchup ended on the show. Zayn wiped out Breaker. Oh, no, it was actually Penta who wiped out Dom early on in this matchup. Then Zayn wiped out Breaker with the dive. Then you get Penta wiping out Zayn with the dive. And then Dom wipes out Penta. And then Breaker does his leaping clothesline off the apron over the announce table, and this led to a second commercial break just 9 minutes into the matchup. We also we then get some Zayn hitting Penta with the sunset flip powerbomb during the break for 2. After the break, Penta powerbomb Dom, and Breaker hit Zayn with the Hurricane Rana. Penta hit Breaker with a DDT, and then Dom tried to steal the pin, but Breaker was able to kick out. Dom blocked the Zayn Blue Thunder Bomb and went for a 3 Amigos, but Zayn blocked the final suplex and hits the Blue Thunder Bomb for a 2. Penta hit Zayn with a Penta Driver, but Dom was able to come in and does a schoolboy for a 2 count. The referee didn't count the fall because Penta's shoulders wasn't completely down. Then we get Penta followed with a Canadian Destroyer on Dom. Breaker then sprinted around the ring and cut Penta off with a spear. But then LA Knight to a huge pop. He comes down. He gives the BFT to Breaker back in the ring. You get Zayn. He gave Dom Exploder in the corner. Then the Aluva kick. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn advances in the King of the Ring tournament. The crowd was hot for this one. And the closing sequence was awesome. There was just nonstop action, a lot of things going on. This really picked up after the second commercial break. This was a great matchup, probably one of the better matchups on the show here. Sami Zayn advances in the King of the Ring tournament, and next week we got our second Raw Fatal 4-Way in the King of the Ring tournament with Sheamus, Bronson Reed, Rusev, and the mystery opponent. But great matchup, great action in this one. JJ, what did you think?
This was a good match. Like this was good. Like I enjoyed this Fatal 4-Way match. This match was fun. It was actually, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of like hard to gauge at who's actually gonna win this match. Like this was cool. I don't have much complaints at all about it. Spots was good. Like the action was, on point. When you come back and you're fucking with everybody, those everybody's is gonna come back and fucking bite you in the ass. And that's exactly what happened here with LA Knight coming back to fucking screw Braun Breaker. Like, you're not going to sit here and fuck everybody up and nobody's going to get their get back. Like, so there you go. Braun, you just lost your shot at potentially challenging for a championship because you want to follow the Vision's lead and you want to go ahead and fuck everybody up. And now you just lost your own opportunity because the Walrus ain't going to be able to do shit to help you. So that happened and you lost. And now you got to go back to the locker room and now you got to deal with the consequences of your actions. So perfectly fit, and Sami won the match. So I enjoyed that. So that was really cool.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But Braun Breaker, he was a beast in this matchup. I
Oh,
thought he
he
was
was
going to win.
awesome.
He felt like the
Oh, he was
favorite to
great.
win this match.
Yeah, he was great in this match. Hell yeah.
Romeo, what did you think?
Yeah, really solid matchup from the little they showed me. These damn commercial breaks. My God. 3 in
Yeah,
this
you did
match.
that many commercials?
3 in this match. Finally, I could see like the last 5 minutes of however long this match was. My goodness.
I might have to give you my
Unbearable.
Netflix login, bro.
Yeah, man.
Unbearable.
Get VPN or get one of ours.
Unbearable. That's
might have
it
to
ain't
get-
just me.
I might-
A lot of people out there seeing this.
I don't give a fuck about all the other people. I'm talking about my man Romeo right now. What the fuck you talking about? You can only give it out to like 3-4 people.
Yeah.
So
True.
For the Money in the Bank review, I was like, at least Solo has something coming out of that match with the Fatu stuff. And I was wondering, what the hell does LA Knight have? What does he have? This is what he has, I guess. Having an F around with the Seth Riders. Is that going to end up well for him? No. But at least it's something. And screw the Raw and SmackDown border. Like, you could just cross whenever you want. You just do whatever you want. Just screw it. Just any show you want to go on. Just do what you want.
listen, they went on their show and fucked them up.
Also true.
Yeah.
Also
They've been
true.
doing whatever they want lately. Like, why do we
No.
even have rosters, bro? Why?
Fuck they got GMs for.
Yeah.
Fuck GMs, fuck brand alignments, fuck all of that. Who cares about all of that?
At least it's fresh for LA Knight. The crowd's really gonna be behind him, but he ain't gonna be winning.
No.
I don't
And
see that.
it's basically LA Knight taking the place of CM Punk.
It's a good way to keep LA Knight important, though. So
Yes.
I'm not mad at that. Like, everybody can't be the top dog. So at least keeping him important is a good thing for him.
He'll need help though.
Yeah,
We'll need
he's
some
gonna need some
alliances.
backup. Maybe Sammy and Jay. Maybe. Speaking of Sammy, he bumped into Karrion Kross during the ad break. Kross was happy that Zayn won on his own while taking his message to heart. But then he also brought up that he used LA Knight's interference to get ahead. So Zayn had no idea what he was talking about, but he says that he did what it took to win. The real Sami Zayn was a manipulator. Zayn gets into Karrion Kross's face, and Zayn says he won because he was good enough. Just like he was good enough to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Zayn warned him to stop bothering him because he was also good enough to handle him.
Hilarious.
I enjoyed this.
I wish I saw this.
He is getting through, boy. He is getting through slowly but surely. He's like the needle is slowly like getting in there, and it's gonna hit a nerve at a point where he's gonna react to it, and it's gonna be so awesome to see when it happens.
I saw some
He's
people
trying to-
online
trying to break
saying and praying that Karrion Kross is this mystery guy in the
Yo,
tournament.
I had Joel Pearl trying to convince me that he's the mystery guy. I was like, what would be the point of this being the mystery?
Why not
What
just
the fuck is
announce
the
it?
point? Yes.
Yeah, that's silly. Yeah, Kross is my guy, but they would have just announced it.
Thank you. I thought I was just alone. Like, I was like, when Joel's explaining this and he's saying some good stuff, and I'm just like, but what's the point? Like,
Right.
What would be the point? Kathy Kelly interviewed AJ Styles during the ad break as well. He was pissed off about losing last week and didn't appreciate being disrespected by Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins getting involved in his business. He didn't like how the Judgment Day or Dom conducted business either, and he said he would deal with them. Kelly then approached the New Day for an interview as they spoke with Grayson Waller, who said he was fed up with Austin Theory, and New Day cut their usual heel promo where they said they're waiting on someone to step up as the next challenger for the World Tag Team titles.
Keep waiting.
And yeah. Then we get them formally announcing that Asuka will be in the Queen of the Ring tournament. And then we get a video package for Asuka's return. She's been out for over a year with a knee injury. And she will be, of course, like we said earlier, facing Stephanie Vicaire, Ivy Now, and Raquel Rodriguez next week on Monday Night Raw in the Queen of the Ring first round tournament matchup. So we'll see how that goes. For
the rich get richer. This division. What did it need? How about Asuka? You can have Asuka.
I was like, can SmackDown get a bone in the tag team division or the women's division? Please, Jesus. Then we get, you can look, but you can't touch. You keep living off the stars above.
Yeah, I know there. JJ almost spit out his water.
Nikki was happy to be back and thanked her fans. She was here to talk about something special next month. She announced an all-women's PLE WWE Evolution 2. She main evented the first Evolution, and seeing how far the division has come was incredible. She put over Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Stephanie Vicaire, and Julia.
Whoa.
She completely butchered. Yeah, she completely butchered Stephanie Vicaire.
I can't wait for her debut. I can't wait for her debut.
Liv Morgan then stormed out. She said that if Nikki was talking about the best woman in this division, she should be talking about her. Morgan was the most talented woman in the division, proving it time and time again. And Nikki was jealous of her because she had everything that Nikki didn't. Morgan had respect, a championship, and a man, which got some ooze from the crowd. Nikki wondered if Dom belonged to Morgan or did she belong to Roxanne Perez? Nikki wanted Morgan to congratulate Perez on taking her title shot and her man, which got some ooze from the crowd back. Nikki went to leave, but then Morgan says at least she was a champion, while Nikki was merely a reality show diva. Nikki turns around and looks like she's going to go back after Liv, but Liv is a smart heel and cuts her off right as she gets into the ring and hits her with Oblivion, probably the smoothest that Oblivion has looked here. And then Liv basically talks trash before leaving the ring. Nikki didn't come off the best here, and I thought that the fans seemed like they liked Liv Morgan better than her, as she was the better on the mic here, so understandable, but it seems to set up either Liv versus Nikki at Evolution or the Bella Twins versus the Judgment Day. Romeo?
It's funny because like when Nikki's listing out all these women, me being the Liv Morgan fan I am, I caught it right away. Where the hell is Liv Morgan? And then she comes right out and she's complaining the same shit I'm complaining about. Beautiful. Listen, I'd rather they keep it at Nikki and Liv, honestly. I don't need to see Brie Bella. I don't need to see Raquel. I don't need to see this be a tag match. One-on-one, fine by me.
JJ?
I loved the Liv Morgan portion of this promo here. Liv Morgan was on fire here, yo. I love, like, this was some of the best I've ever heard from, like, Liv was hot, son. Like, she was like, this, you could, like, this bitch. Like, you naming wrong bitches and you ain't even naming, I'm a champion, yo. The fuck? I'm a multiple-time champion. The fuck you ain't mentioning me for? I'm tired of this shit. Tired of you old bitches coming in here disrespecting me. And that's literally, yo, Liv was on one, and I loved every second of it. Like, that was some of Liv's best work, especially on the microphone. Like, Liv was cooking. Like I loved it. Like, loved it. And Nikki tried to get cute and get back in the ring, and then she dropped her ass. I was like, yo, Liv was a real one on there. LVP candidate Nikki Bella for sure.
Would y'all rather see the one-on-one or the tag?
Tag.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me one-on-one. Give me a one-on-one match.
The tag is the bigger draw because then you can say the Bella No. They come out. They would both come out to. You can look, but you can't touch.
She just wanted to sing that
You
again.
can't dream of the stars above.
He just wanted
She just wanted
to-
to sing.
Yes, that's my jam. Yeah, JJ knows how I act at WWE shows. I love singing the theme song. But yes,
Nigga
that
love
led-
swirling and all that shit too.
we got our main event. Jey Uso, defending the World Heavyweight Championship against the Ring General GUNTHER. Jey entered along with his son to his usual huge ovation from the crowd. They went to a break like 75 seconds into this World Heavyweight Championship matchup. Jey went for the sleeper hold a couple of times in the first 2 minutes before Gunther escaped. Jey remained
He was spamming that sleeper, bro.
Yo, he was like trying his best because he didn't want to get exposed for what he had under his shirt. Gunther took advantage. He rips off his shirt to reveal that he has his midsection wrapped up. So Gunther basically makes that his target. He rips off the shirt, rips off his tape around the ribs. He basically batters the ribs of Jey during this matchup. Jey fights back momentarily until Gunther hits a German suplex on the outside, and that led to a second commercial break 9 minutes into the matchup. After the break, you get Jey countered a vertical suplex into one of his own. The fans yeeted as Jey fought back with strikes, running hip attack, but Gunther ducked. Gunther applied a sleeper while in the ropes, but Jey slipped out of it, and he hits a tope suicida. Jey couldn't follow up, so Gunther gave him a backdrop onto the barricade. Gunther tried for a splash, but Jey got his knees up, and then he hits his first spear of the matchup. He follows up. He goes to the top rope. He hits the Uso splash. 1-2, kick out at 2.99. Jey went for another spear, but Gunther clobbered him with a lariat. Jey then reversed a power bomb into a Hurricane Rana for 2, but then Gunther got the advantage, big boot, and then power bombs him for a 2. Then Gunther trying to basically pull a page out of Jey Uso's playbook by using somebody else's move and hits him with the spear, better than Jey's spear, but he still kicks out at 2. Jey failed again to apply the sleeper hold, and Gunther countered into another sleeper of his own, but then Jey counters that and hits a spear again. Jey goes for the Uso splash, but Gunther's able to move out the way, and he's selling the ribs big time. Then Gunther catches him in the sleeper. Jey fought towards the ropes, but Gunther repeatedly pulled him to the middle. It seemed like Jey was on the verge of being knocked out, but Gunther let go and started hammering away with elbows. Jey slipped out and applied the sleeper, but then this time Gunther reversed that into another sleeper of his own right in the middle of the ring. Jey couldn't fight any longer, and he was knocked out. And Gunther, surprisingly, this was simple to the point. We thought it would be a lot more convoluted, but Gunther is able to get the clean win, beating Jey Uso via referee stoppage, knocking him out with the sleeper. The referee calls for the bell. Gunther wins, and Jey Uso's World Heavyweight title reign is over. 50 days into the ring, 6-week reign. It is now over. Jey's son, so very sadly, checking on his father at ringside.
What kind
as
of
the
summer
fireworks,
vacation is this?
as the fireworks go off for Gunther as he is crowned 2-time World Heavyweight Champion.
We are so back.
I thought this was a terrific match. I think that Jey's best matches has been with Gunther. The Saturday night's main event matchup, and this one is probably Jey's best matches outside of his matches with Braun Breaker.
This ran laps around the Mania match.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This was very well done. It went 22 minutes and they used all the time well. They told a logical story around the injured ribs, and it made sense with the story that they had building in that Jey took all this damage while Gunther's been resting and basically scouting Jey this whole time. And they took advantage of that during the closing stretch. I thought they milked the sleepers a little too much towards the end of the matchup, but it was a dramatic end by the end. Like, I didn't think Jey was going to get knocked out the way he did. I thought he would give one more hope spot, but then it was over. I like how simplistic this was in comparison to what I thought was going to happen with Seth Rollins cashing in and all of that. I thought this was very simplistic, but it worked in that way. And Gunther is the champion, so all is right with the world. Jey Uso, this is a message more for Triple H. Triple H, this is not strapping the rocket to him this year, like you said in the WWE Unreal trailer. This is not strapping the rocket to him. A 50-day reign, yes, we said from the beginning this was all about the moment more than the title reign, but this title reign was very lackluster and underwhelming as in regards to making him a legitimate main eventer. Now Jay's going to be kind of trickled down into the upper mid card, but Gunther is in the spot he needs to be. So, Romeo, what did you think?
I have a lot of the same thoughts regarding the match itself. I thought it was really well done. The story was told well. I agree with you about the spamming of the sleeper hole towards the end. I think it was a little too much, but the drama was good. The drama was there. Definitely shocked the crowd for sure. The title change. I love Gunther's spear, actually. Gunther's spear was nice. Now you have a interesting dynamic with heel champion and a heel Money in the Bank holder. Very interesting dynamic there. Jey Uso, I understand it was a short title run, but I think the way they set it up, the story they told where Gunther was right. Jey was fighting other people's battles, fighting with Sami Zayn. He's fighting with Cody Rhodes. And what did all that do? Made him weaker. Made him right for the picking for Gunther tonight, Monday night. So Gunther called his shot. He called this lovely. And I think in that way, they sort of protect Jey a little bit because he got into all this other drama and he shouldn't have. So he got weakened down for that. But Jey, I could tell you right now what's next for Jey Uso. 100%. We are due very shortly here a return from Roman Reigns. Who does Roman Reigns have beef with? Who is he coming after? Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has got his two guys at his side. Roman needs the Usos. So sorry, Jey, you got to get sucked into Roman Reigns' problems again once more. Reunite the Usos. And then will eventually Jey get back to this, Mark? Get back to feuding in the main event scene? I think eventually. But for now, it's back to the bloodline.
And yes, I am speaking for myself. That's what opinions are, Kid Cudi. And of course you liked it because you like anything WWE. But JJ, what did you think?
Oh man, love it. It was a good match. Like it was a good match. Like it was definitely better than a Mania match for sure. Thank God they didn't have to do all the bells and whistles and all the little tactical bullshit. I like the mind games in the beginning. The psychological part was really nice in the beginning. Like Jey was kind of like in Gunther's head. So that was pretty cool. But then Gunther realized that Jey was holding his ribs favorably after that splash. And was like, shark seeing blood. Oh yeah. This match is over for you now, kid. This match is over for you now. And story played really well into this. And the sleeper thing, I'm not too like mad about it because it kind of was like, all right, if you're gonna lose the title, you're gonna lose the title. Like you gotta go out and like essentially like a blaze of oos, because you gotta fight, and he just ran out of gas. Yeah. And that's essentially what happened. So, and I'm glad that they just ended it, didn't have any bullshit at the end. Makes the Rated Raw intro what it needs to be once again, as Gunther holding the champion. All is right in the world now again. Jey Uso's title run, it was what it was. It was good to see him for the weeks that he had the championship, but it wasn't really like a championship run. Like he got his moment, and he got his moment for about a month and a half. So you can call it what you want to call it, but you can't take you can't take that away from him. He is now a champion. He's a former champion, and his run, yeah, is kind of like his other Uso cousin. That his average title run was about 40 to 50 days. So he made it through a PLE as champion. He made it to 2 PLEs as champion. So he did I. He did I. Wasn't a great run. Wasn't something that we're gonna write home about. But now the championship is in the right place. It's in the right hand. It's in the right hands. Now you can actually get main event matches of premium quality now instead of basically an entrance and then the bell rings and then you get the same ass match over and over.
Yeah. I think we compared the Jey Uso rise, or I compared the Jey Uso rise to Jeff Hardy, and this was very much like the Jeff Hardy title runs when he had the World Heavyweight title and WWE Championship.
So I ain't mad at it, but now it's time to get back up to the upper echelon of quality matches because you got SummerSlam on the horizon, and they weren't letting Jey Uso headline a SummerSlam match with that strap. So
this is true.
About time to pull the trigger.
But we've made it to the end of our review here. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Remember, if you haven't already, drop the thumbs up and let us know in the chat your match of the night, your MVP, your LVP, whether you gave the show a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, and out of 10, what did you give the show? And of course, final call for super chats, donations. But for me, JJ and Romeo, in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board from all of us. JJ, out of 10, what did you give the show?
I'm going to give the show an 8. I'm going to give this show an 8. Like I said, I think I'm going to give it higher than I should have, solely based on the R-Truth promo. Solely based on the Ron Killings thing. Like, that is a special thing that is going to be remembered for years to come. Outside of that, the show would have probably been like a 6.5. But literally that promo alone is giving me another 1.5 just off that alone. So yeah, like okay, it wasn't a bad show, but it was good enough. But this moment is gonna live in my head for a long, long time. So 8 out of 10 for me.
Romeo, what about you?
I'm giving this a big old 9. This is the Raw of the year. Raw of the year. Very newsworthy. A lot of angles, and I thought the in-ring action was pretty good too. You got a big title change at the end. 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Romeo. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 as well. Like I said, I thought that this is the best Raw since the Raw after WrestleMania, and I thought that this had better wrestling on it than the Raw after WrestleMania. Like, this had 3 matches that were either very good to great on the show, as well as the storyline progression with Punk and Cena being set up for Night of Champions. The end of the Jey Uso title run. You had the R-Truth amazing promo. Bailey is back, the king and queen of the ring moving forward. That's going to make the television a little bit better as well. So I got to give it a 9 out of 10. JJ,
I'll go a half a point higher. I won't go 9. It wasn't 9 has to be like basically damn near a superb show to me. This was not that. This was not a super. It's just my opinion. It wasn't a superb show, but it was a really good show. So I'll go 8.5 though. I'll go 8.5 though, because I do want this Ron moment to be really difficult to beat.
Yeah. This was up here for me as far as like everything, like the noteworthy stuff that happened on the show. Like, I can't give it like a 10 out of 10. It's not anything like that. I have to take deductions for how they treated Bailey on this show.
Yeah,
but everything else was really good on this show. Romeo, who was your MVP for the show?
I have 3. Gunther for sure, being world champ again. He's so back. Ron Killings, what a promo, what a moment for him in his career. And honorable mention to Mr. Iguana. Mr. Iguana got a damn video package on Monday Night Raw. That's how over this guy is. Whoa. Honorable mention.
I love that.
He was so over. He was so over that he got a video package. Yes. I didn't mention that, but should be mentioned. Mr. Iguana, over like Rover. MVP, Ron, R-Truth Killings. JJ.
Yeah, I gotta go co-MVPs here. I gotta go, and this is not obviously my top MVP would be Ron Killings, of course, but I cannot have a brand new world heavyweight champion and not have him in that MVP conversation. Got a brand new heavyweight champion, and he won it in a clean, good match. So, you know, that's a crowning moment in his career, but also a crowning moment in Ron Killings' career too. So I got to go co-MVPs here. His was a moment. His was a great championship victory.
I'm going to go, so match of the night, I'm going to go co-match of the night for the King of the Ring 4-way and the main event. Romeo?
I'll just go the 4-way, but I don't have no, beef towards the main event. I did enjoy it.
JJ?
I'm going to go with the main event. I'm going to go with the main event because the right guy won.
Yeah.
So that holds a lot of water to me. Like that.
No interference.
Yeah. So
yeah, no interference, which
I'm going to go with the main event because it was a really good match and it was clean. And how often do you get to say clean and WWE in the same sentence?
Not very
much. LVP, I'm going co-LVP as well. And I'll go Nikki Bella and unfortunately Bailey. JJ?
Oh, Nikki Bella, 100%. Nikki Bella.
Romeo?
I'll go co-LVP, but I got different ones. CM Punk is one. I don't care how you phrase the storyline. You are a hypocrite for going back on your word. I don't mind also you going to Saudi Arabia, but you are a hypocrite at the same time. Two things can be true at the same time. And the other LVP, I'm sorry, is Jey Uso. I mean, you lost the world championship. Now you're going back, in my opinion, to bloodline business with being the sidekick for Roman Reigns. You're off the mountaintop, and your poor son was there to see all of it.
That's fair.
Yeah, that is pretty rough.
Jey Uso was definitely a choice for me as well, but he did go out in a really good match. So like, it's not like he went out in a stinker and he fucked up. Like he went out in a damn good match. So I'm not gonna like fault him for it. He lost to the better man. But Nikki Bella thought she was going to have this glorious return. And not only she got smoked on the microphone, she got dropped on her face.
And a third thing, she mispronounced Stephanie Vaquer.
And
Stephanie Vaquer.
Stephanie Vaquer.
He asked his son if he brushed his teeth.
Put Nikki Bella and Jey Uso in the fucking same conversation, bro. That is fucked up, Romeo.
I can't. I got to give Jey love. His title reign wasn't much, but that's nothing on him. That's on the booking. That's not on Jey Uso. But we've made it to the end of another edition of Rated Raw Review. I want to thank you so much, guys, for joining us live in the chat. If you're watching us on demand, we appreciate you as well. JJ, thank you as always for joining us. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media, good sir.
Top Guy JJ on Instagram and on the YouTube channel. I will be back here on Saturday for True Heel Heat. My monthly appearance will come this weekend, Father's Day weekend. So that should be another fun one, depending on the rest of the week that happens in wrestling. Should be a good one. And then also back here next week on Rated Raw Review next Tuesday. Want to roll here on these Tuesday shows, I tell you that. Jesus Christ.
Good. Love it. Romeo, you got work to do. You got to add JJ to the opening video package, but thank you so much for joining us today, good sir. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
Thank you, JJ. I don't have to be here all the time. You can follow me, Romeo Damas. Romeo Damas.
Yeah, nigga been taking
back to my part-time
noticeable breaks lately.
Freaking King of the North was right about you. You're freaking Romeo Reigns over here.
But you know what, though, Romeo? You deserve it, man. 2024, you put in so much fucking work in the channel. You deserve the sabbaticals, man. You know, you
still do. Hey, man, these thumbnails ain't easy, pal. Still do.
Yes, he does work. He does work every
And
day.
he does, but
Silently.
like this nigga on I'm just saying last year, and I don't know if anybody's giving you your flowers for that yet, though. But this motherfucker was on the channel literally like 6 days a week. Like
Thanks,
he
man.
lived here. He was almost in competition with SP3.
Yes. SP's the hardest.
Some
one.
weeks he would have me beat. Romeo, he knows I appreciate him.
he
Appreciate him
does.
always.
Thank you.
But thank you so much to everyone who joined us live. You can find me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon.com/TrueHillHeat. Go there now. $3 a month gets you exclusive content, including our brand new series I'm excited for everybody to watch, where we are rewatching Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega from the first match to the fourth match. Me and Jimmy Macaram watched the first match from Wrestle Kingdom 11. Jimmy Macaram, only thing I will tell you, he said it's one of the greatest matches he's ever seen. So go over there to patreon.com/TrueHillHeat right now to check out the first match. Next week, we'll be dropping the second match from Dominion 2017. Go over and check out me and Romeo on our Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide review from earlier this week as well. But I will be back live on Thursday, 12:05 p.m. Eastern time, myself and Jimmy Macaram reviewing. No, actually, it's going to be 1:05 p.m. Eastern time. It's not going to be early again. 1:05 p.m. Eastern time, AE Ramble reviewing the 4-hour summer blockbuster show. So join us for that. For JJ, for Romeo, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been Rated Raw Review number 71, Truth and Consequences. We are signing off until next time.
Stephanie.